All right, team, Rise Week, here we go. This is a quick video on how you're going to set up your nutrition for this challenge. So as you would have seen in the post, for this challenge, we're trying to cut out inflammatory foods, and we're also going to use intermittent fasting to help our body have a little rest. So what we're going to do for a start is we're going to cut out anything processed. So no processed foods. This includes processed sugars, cakes, lollies, anything that comes in a packet is what we're going to eliminate from our diet. We're also going to cut out stimulants like coffee or alcohol, and basically anything that's similar to that in those regards. You can obviously ask us if it counts, but basically we're cutting out everything that isn't vegetables, a good protein source, and a good source of energy. So what the basic setup for our nutrition is you're going to eat 6 cups of veggies a day. So you're going to aim for a whole heap of veggies. You're also going to aim for to hit a protein target, which is 2 grams per kilo of body weight. So say you're 100 kilos, you're going to aim for 200 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. And I'm going to show you how to do that on MyFitnessPal in a second. But what we're also going to do is you have 2 options. So if your goal is to give your body a really, really good reset, clean it out, we're in lockdown, we're in quarantine, so maybe your nutrition hasn't been that good. We're going to use the reset protocol, which is on our next part, which is you'll have an equation, and you'll get this meal plan as well, but I'll quickly go over it. So you're going to take your body weight, you're going to times it by 2.2, which will give you your body weight in pounds, and then you're going to times that number by 10, okay? And that's going to give you a multiplier, that's going to give you a number, and that's going to be how many calories you're going to have for the day. If you're newer to this, we do have a baseline calorie setting of 1400 calories, so we'll go no lower than that. But if you're a little bit higher in body fat percentage, that's probably what the number we'll use for a start. If you're on a build phase, we'll continue with our protocols of our reverse diet, and you'll see that in a second, but we're just going to go on a line of cutting out all of our inflammatory foods. Our intermittent fasting window, what that means is you're only going to eat between a certain time. Cool. And so we've got a 16-hour fasting window and an 8-hour eating window, and what that means is you're going to have your first meal at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're going to have your last meal at 8 o'clock, and you can adjust that a couple of hours either way. So you might go 10 and 6, 8 and 4, or 12 and 8, but you're going to stick to that window every single day. There's a couple of reasons for this, and it's not a fat loss tool. So the number one thing you got to take into account for fat loss or body weight loss is energy balance. So intermittent fasting is not a fat loss tool, but it is a tool that we can use to give us some health benefits, like giving our stomach a little bit of a rest, and also there's some really great benefits to fasting as well. And it's a great way to have a look at how much we actually rely on food, and it's a good little mental practice to have something to do. And it's just a different way of doing things, especially if you're finding yourself at the moment that you wake up in the morning, you have your breakfast, and then you're snacking all day long. It's a good way to help you keep your energy balance in check. So I'm going to go over our Evolved Nutrition Plan, so you can get a quick look at this. You'll also have this, but I'll give you a quick breakdown of it. So just go into this. So the Evolved Challenge, Phase 1, build days on fat loss. So what we got here is you'll see your macro calculation at the top. Cool. So that's what we're going to use there. An idea for our meals. So first meal, high in protein, lots of veggies, and lots of good fats on that one. Cool. And there's a little bit of a guide here on what we're trying to achieve there. For our reverse diet, this is here as well, slightly higher calorie calculation, but that is there as well. Some different ideas for some different meals there as well, which is pretty cool. And here's the reasons on this why we're using this. Cool. And then so once you've had a look at this and you have decided on what plan you're going to use, then we're going to load that up into MyFitnessPal. And so what you'll do is you'll take those foods, let's say for example it's kangaroo burgers. You'll take those burgers, cool, and then you're just going to type in your foods. So for me, I have lots of veggies for breakfast, mushrooms, some pepitas as well for my good fats. So we'll enter that in there. So you'll select your foods and you'll see here beside breakfast, you got 756 calories, okay? So this is going to give you a calorie intake. But what we want to also do is make sure that our macro intake and you're getting enough protein in. So what you do is go down to more, click on that, and then you'll see in nutrition. Cool. And then you'll see our macro breakdown here. And if you look at our protein goal, cool. So this is for tomorrow. My protein for my breakfast was 64 grams, which is a really good amount. And our fats are 37. So we're on track to hit our goals for the day. And what you want to do is basically fill up your diary for the day. And then once you've got a set day, you'll go back and check your nutrition and make sure that it all lines up with the recommendations from the nutrition guide. So that is how this is going to work. You'll get this in here. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that you've set that up. Your first task and your first mission is to put this into MyFitnessPal, get yourself set up, decide on your eating window, and then post a screenshot of your nutrition plan for the day. Myself or Amanda, we will help you, coach you through this, and we can help you make some adjustments to that. So here we go. Rise Week, guys, get set up right from the start. Get yourself ready. Every single live coaching call is at 7 p.m. at night time, and that's Brisbane time. And then we have our virtual training sessions, our virtual gym sessions at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. at night time, and you'll get a link for that through the Facebook group. So make sure you're setting yourself up. Set yourself a plan, write on your calendar what you're going to do for the week. How many sessions are you going to attend? Are you going to attend all 6 training sessions? Are you going to do 3? And just make sure that everything's set up and ready to go and you got yourself a solid plan. All right, team, looking forward to it. Let's go.